How long was the contact between you and Tedesco?
Total, probably less than probably less than a minute.
Okay. Now the exact words I have you saying, your windows are so filthy that, I don't think you can video it, or do you want to get out and video it, or?
No, first he said, would you like to come closer to us and take pictures up close and video up close? Basically, paraphrasing. Yeah.
Okay, that's all you can do. You don't have photographic memories, at least I don't.
Right.
And what did you think that to mean?
I thought it meant, number one, I thought it was an attempt at intimidation, because they were actually, some of the pictures I have, the 3 boys or men they're all looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the pictures the cops were looking at it before he came over.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're all knowing that they're all being watched and recorded at this point. And then that's when he went from his area there to his car over to my place. So he obviously didn't want me to record. He was I thought it was an attempt at intimidation, trying to get me to stop filming. It's all across the country. These people are filming something, and then they either get arrested. There have been reporters that have been arrested, tased every day. Mainstream news report on this.
Not by us.
Not by you. I'm talking mainstream news across the country. Mainstream newspaper reporters are tased, intimidated, threatened, lied to.
Well, whether you're a reporter or not has no bearing. As I said before,
that's exactly right.
We welcome.
Exactly.
You
right.
want to take me?
Yeah, that's
right.
But
I just explained my orientation as to why I know about
Well, yes,
this stuff, and I'm saying I'm not going to let some jackboot come up and try to intimidate me and to stop filming. I have God-given rights. I'm a free person. I'll film whatever I want to film on a public street.
yeah, if you have the right to be there legally, you have the right to photograph or film anything that you can see.
Right.
But he didn't tell you to stop filming.
He didn't tell me to
Okay.
stop outright.
Okay, that's fine.
So, go ahead.
When he approached you, did he just walk directly up to you? Was he using, cover? Did it look like he was afraid of you?
No.
Or he just walked right up to you?
Yeah, I walked up my car window, driver's window.
Okay. Just from my experience, I can explain to you. I can't explain to you why, any officer would use the tone or the exact words they would use.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were on a stop like that, I've got 33 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I know most likely you're videoing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but there's a chance we don't know what these kids are doing. They might have been out tagging or getting ready to rob someplace.
Mm-hmm.
Taggers and people who rob places a lot of times have a layoff vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
A layoff vehicle is somebody who covers them in case, because taggers get shot.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times they're gang members. They're in somebody else's territory.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody drives by and shoots them. They need protection, and so they have a layoff.
Mm-hmm.
So if it were me, I would have gone out just to check you out too. I mean, it's going to be pretty obvious that you're not going to be associated with these kids once he contacts you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the duration was so short. And,
Mm-hmm.
But as far as his intent, his words, his demeanor, that's something that I don't make a determination on. But just if I were making that stop and I saw you there, I would probably wander out and see what you're doing, just so I don't get shot. You never know, but it's probably 1 in 1,000. But you make 1,000 stops,
Right.
you get a good chance of getting shot in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Other than saying that you can come closer and film a video if you like, did he direct you to any place else? Did he say go here or go there?
No.
Or do anything? So he didn't. So you actually, at least I'm asking that, but you felt you could leave if you wanted to, or go someplace else, or drive anyplace else, or move without. You weren't told to do so.
He didn't tell me to leave. No.
Okay, but you weren't detained. You didn't feel like you were detained. You couldn't leave of your own free will at any time.
Right.
So
well, when he told me to roll down my windows, I didn't know under what auspices was he doing that under. Was it some kind of traffic stop? I was in my car. Was he acting in the role of a traffic officer? Was he? If I didn't roll down my windows? I knew he was a cop because he was with about 20 cops there.
Yeah.
So my only question was, what was the authority of this stop? What was the reason for the stop? And if it was a stop, huh?
Yours or the other people that are being contacted?
Mine.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about them.
Okay.
That's their business. Yeah. I'm talking about my business.
Yeah.
And if he is in whatever capacity acting as an officer, in the role of an officer,
Mm-hmm.
plainclothes officer in this case, why didn't he give me his name when I asked him his name? Is that the policy of your department? when someone asks an officer's name who is in the course of his duties, if someone asked him his name, is he not required to answer and give his name? And if not, why not? That's one of my big questions.
That I can't answer.
Okay.
As far as walking up again, if I were to walk up, I'd ask you to roll the window. Take communication.
How far did you roll? That was going to be my next question. How far did you roll the window down?
I don't know, inch, maybe
So,
two.
let me ask you then, and then not being facetious, is there a chance that he could not have heard you very well through the window at one inch roll down?
No, he didn't say he couldn't hear me.
I'm asking.
When I asked his name?
Yeah.
No, because I said, "What's your name?" And then he said, "What's your name?" He responded to me.
And was your vehicle on?
Yeah, I believe it was, the engine was running.
Okay.
And the way you're using his tone of voice, would you say, how would you describe his tone and attitude?
I would say it was just acting like a jerk. Condescending and arrogant.
Okay, so he didn't detain you. You felt free to leave. He didn't tell you you couldn't leave. He didn't point his gun at you. He didn't tell you you couldn't video. He asked you to come up, but you're taking that as a sarcastic.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go get involved in the officers questioning suspects. Why do I want to do that? And that's my second question. Is it the policy of your department to invite strangers into the arena of the questioning suspects?
I have no doubt in my mind that he would have brought you up as far as he thought was safe. In as much as we really don't care to operate in the dark. If you want to film it, if you're illegally there and you're not going to be in harm's way, we don't have a problem with it. And he's not going to bring you. We don't normally have, for a situation such as that, we don't normally have a demarcation line, like a press area. But,
right.
But really, if you've gotten out of the car,
Right.
he said, you come right here, get out of the roadway, and we're going to continue on with our business. Like I said, we're not interested in operating in the dark. I don't know about the mainstream media across the country or any of those things. I just know how we operate here. So really, you could have, because it was your right, and not because you were going to be involved in our business per se, but you were perfectly within your rights and within our comfort zone, for that matter, to come up and film. I said, really, it's fine. So yes, he would have brought you up to a point where he thought you were safe, and then said, okay, stay back here, please, and that would have been where you sat. And had you had any questions that we could answer, because a lot of it is a privacy issue.
Right.
We give so much information about the people that we contact, and so much of it is public, so much of it is private, and we know where that line is, if you will. So yes, you would have been able to come up without being in their business, as you say, or being in the police business.
I wasn't going to interfere with the
No.
police questioning of anything. That's why.
Nor would we allowed you to. We would have said, we would have said, come on, you can come to here. And
That's why I thought that's what you just said. You wouldn't have allowed me. That's why I said, so therefore, why do you ask me that? So
no, we would have allowed you to
get
get
some.
we wouldn't allowed you to get in the middle of it. He would have said, it's not like that. It would have said, come on, like for example, stop at this car. You're here. We know you're here. Fine, be here. You don't look to be with these gentlemen here. If you want to watch us.
He didn't ask me if I was with them or not.
No, but I'm quite sure that was his intent to find out if you weren't. But
He just made a
says-
determination that I wasn't after he asked me if I was with him.
it depends on a lot of different factors. But I would say a lot of times we would make that determination rather quickly, especially since you said you weren't concerned with them. And it was probably pretty obvious you weren't concerned with him. You were concerned with what the entire action was. That's what you're saying to us now.
And you could have been with them, but not in the way that would have made us nervous. You weren't a layoff guy. There was no guns visible. Probably not associated with them in a robbery. And there's no absolutes in our job. But they make determinations pretty quick, and based on past experience, there's a good chance you weren't with a group of 18-year-old kids who were out smoking dope.
Right.
And the sheer fact that you remained, at that moment, another determination was made too. So if he chose to walk to you and you leave, well, that's a clue.
Yeah.
You're probably part of this deal and you don't want to be in contact.
Running away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you did not.
Well, it was a pretty obvious place. First of all, I wasn't behind the bush or anything. I was already open in first place.
All those things come into play
Okay.
when any number of determinations are made. So.
Okay.
I'll read to you here, save your eyes.